What's up YouTube? I am back with another video and Bubby is too. Today we're going to be reviewing and showing you how I apply the new Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and it looks like this. It is so bomb, let me just say. I've already tried it out 2 or 3 times before this. Once to an all-day outside sweaty ass event. Okay, so it is most definitely approved, but today I want to show you guys on camera how it works. I was supposed to wake up at 6, but I didn't wake up at 6, so it's about to be 11. So I'll be doing my latest check-in, hopefully 11-12, so you'll get a full like 12 something hour wear. It says 24, but seriously, like, I don't wear my makeup for 24 hours. Like, that's just gross. This is what it looks like. It is so cute. It is very travel friendly and very like drop friendly, whereas the other one, the Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation, was all glass, and baby, I was scared to drop it. So this is what it looks like. It comes in a little squeezy tube. It's matte. It is matte, but it is very lightweight. It is very breathable, so I don't get it. I don't understand how they keep doing it. It says specifically formulated foundation with super lightweight ingredients to give you a weightless, comfortable feel without sacrificing coverage. That's facts. I can already tell you that's very true. 24-hour full coverage, packed with pigment, smooths with hyaluronic acid, oil and shine control, facts. Kaolin clay with bamboo powder. It controls oil and shine. Soft focus blurring effect with light scattering spheres. Now this is what I mean whenever I tell my babes that Smashbox has this like smoothing filter magic effect when you take pictures or when you get on video. As you're gonna see my skin now. It's a little ratchet. Got a little breakout coming through. Scars. A shit ton of pores. You guys are gonna see it is waterproof, girl. It is waterproof. I was sweating my ass off last weekend, and I swatched it on my arm, like all of the shades that I bought, because I bought some for you guys, you know, for my clients. Okay, so just for the hell of it, I'm gonna show you guys a few swatches of the shades that I got for my clients. Again, my shade is the shade 235, and you're seeing it on my face. I didn't mix this in with absolutely anything else except for my concealer, which is Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer in Almond. That's it. It's just a tiny bit lighter than this, but this is the true color of 2.35. So if you're anywhere near my skin tone, especially like this in the summertime, then 235 is it. It's warm but still neutral enough to where it's not yellow. Yeah, like a tad bit lighter, a tad bit more neutral is the shade 2.2. I got this shade just to be able to mix in with some of my darker shades, which I will show you guys in a bit. So I'm gonna be swatching these, yeah, probably right here. So I'm just gonna put a tiny little drop, and I'm just gonna, oh, they feel so freaking good. All right, and you do have to give them like anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds to dry to its actual color. So it's not that it's oxidizing, it's just that it dries to its true color as it sets. So just keep that in mind. But it doesn't look crazy or anything. Like when I apply it wet on my skin, it actually does look a little too yellow, but then it dries to the actual color that the box claims. So I thought that was a little interesting. But yeah, you see, as you can see, it already dried and changed a little bit in color, but I don't have an issue with that. So just know, if you already own a Smashbox foundation, say like the Studio Skin, it's the exact same colors to it. Okay, so next I'm going to show you 3.05. This skin tone is medium and the undertone is warm golden. So yeah, that's that. And again, that shade 3.05, skin tone medium, warm golden undertone. So that is 3.05. Okay, next I'm gonna swatch 3.2 skin tone medium dark and undertone neutral. So this is leaning more towards a dark undertone, I mean dark skin tone, but still neutral undertone. And that's that. Again, this is the shade 3.2 medium dark skin tone with a neutral undertone. Now again, you're gonna see the color change as a few seconds go by, but when it's dry, that's like the true color that you will get. Now I am kind of concentrating it a little much in one spot, so just know that when it's applied throughout your whole face and it's like sheared out a little bit, it will lose its intensity just a little bit, but the undertone is rich. It is there, honey. All right, and lastly, I got the shade 4.0, and it's 4.0. This is a medium dark skin tone. I believe it's the same skin tone as this other one, but this one has a warm peach undertone. So let's go ahead and disperse this one so you guys can see, and you definitely can see, like I said, when it's wet it looks a little more yellow than it really is, but as it dries you will see its true tone. So from the get-go, these look very similar, but I promise you these are so different. Coming from a makeup artist, I promise you, no, they're 100% different. And yeah, so that's what we're working with. Again, so this is the same order that they are on my arm. I know you're gonna be like, well, Vale, this one looks much darker than what it's on there. Yeah, well, because I haven't really concentrated on there. Trust me, believe me when I tell you, I used this exact shade on one of my really fair quinceañeras this weekend, and it's there, honey. The match is there. It's just a little too concentrated right here. The amount of product that I used on just that one little spot, this is a lot. Okay, so you really wouldn't build it up to this intensity. You would just get like one sheer layer, but that doesn't mean you're gonna sacrifice any coverage. So this is what I love about this foundation. You're just seeing the intensity of each color here. I suggest you go in store and pick your color. The only reason why I had my color like on the spot is because, like I said, I've been using the Studio Skin hydrating foundations for a whole year now, so I'm pretty sure I know my shade. And the thing that I love about this launch is that each shade from this full coverage one matches the hydrating foundations from years ago, because those have been around for a long time, and honey, y'all sleeping on them. But anyways, that's none of my business. And this is already set a little bit. Let me grab my dirty napkin, show you guys a cleaner side to them, and I'm just gonna rub. And this is the only thing that's come off of it, because of course some parts are still a little wet, like this one. It's like still a little sticky. This one is completely set, still a little tacky. So again, can y'all hear that? It ain't coming off, okay? I used to be in love with the Angel Veil. This is a dupe for the I think Hourglass Angel Veil, so what it's called, I don't fucking know. But I find that after like 5 hours, this starts slipping around under your makeup, which makes your makeup slip around a little bit. I'm not really feeling that no more. Of course, you guys know I live for my Tatcha Silk Canvas. This truly really won't ever fail you. Plus, it also has skincare benefits, and as you can see, I'm running out, but I have another one on deck. We're gonna use this one today, but I also do like to use, with any matte foundation, I like to spray my face a little beforehand. I would usually use the Wet n Wild Concombre 3-in-1 base primer thingy, or my Coconut Rose Hydrating Face Mist by Pearl Essence. It is so good. This is what I use on my clients. This is what I use on me on the daily, because hello, $2-3 versus I don't know how much else. Okay, gonna distribute that with my Real Techniques Mega Beauty Sponge. I'm not sure that's what it's called, but I just renamed it. I'm gonna go ahead and let that just sit for one tiny second while I put on some lip gloss. And this is just the regular clear pinkish Victoria's Secret lip gloss. And I'm gonna go in with my silk canvas, and now see there's like almost nothing left, but I'm just gonna literally grab about yay much, and I'm literally just gonna apply that to my problem areas, which are usually like literally right here what you're seeing. My pores get really huge right here. Now, like I told you guys, I usually would apply moisturizer beforehand, but I just woke up, and I woke up with a lot of oils on my face, so I kind of just blotted that, put my spray on, and I feel like my skin was moisturized enough. If you have dry skin, please moisturize heavenly before you apply any matte foundation, but especially with this one, it's to stop being chingona. Like when they say matte, they mean matte. It's like a skin like matte, but it is like fully oil free. So I definitely like to moisturize pretty nice and heavily beforehand. I find that when your skin feels something that's way too matte, it will counteract, and it'll be like, get out the way, bitch, get out the way. You need to let these oils pop through because it's feeling too dry, so just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and literally just on my Tatcha thingy, I'm gonna pop on probably like that much. Can you guys see that? On my whole face. And seriously, when they say a little goes a long way, a little goes a long way. Because usually I would have to fill up like a good 2 to 3/4 size amount. It feels so weird. Like you right off the bat, you can't even really tell if this is gonna be matte. So, all right, I'm just gonna start spreading this so you guys can see how full coverage it is. And this is literally like half of the little thing that I poured out. So you gotta blend really fast with this foundation as well, because it does self-set. It sets itself. Like you don't even have to set it with a powder or anything. I always like to kind of like drag my little pelitos out the way a little bit with my sponge, and then just boom. I'm gonna show you the difference between this side and this side. My face is way lighter than the rest of my body, by the way, like as you can see, and I'm also hairy, which I'm not embarrassed of, bitch, please. So yeah, that's one layer on one side of the face, and as you can see, that full coverage, maybe they were not playing like whatsoever. So as it applies, like I can't even explain to you guys what it feels like. It feels almost oily, like the consistency of it. It feels so silky, almost like, I don't want to say greasy, but like it feels it like slips through your fingers. So I kind of see why it spreads so easily and it blends so fast. You guys, did y'all see that? Or what the hell? And then this sponge is huge too, so it even adds to the fact that it blends so freaking fast. Okay, and that's that. Kind of sort of really do like the coverage that it just gave me now. Like look at this, look at this. Duh. This is a shade 2.35. it's a light medium skin tone, and the undertone is warm golden. That's my skin tone in the summertime, because I do be a little more pale in the winter time, sort of like what you see on my actual face. That's how the rest of my body will be in the winter. But for now, yeah, I really like this because I have a little breakout right there. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna grab the tiniest amount that here. Hold on, I'm missing a little right here on my forehead. I'm gonna blend that out just to make sure that that's nice and covered in the same tone as my foundation. And over here, that's it for the foundation. You really don't need a second layer. Okay, we're done with that, and we're gonna go in with my Too Faced multi-sculpting concealer in the shade Almond, and I'm just applying it where I usually would. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend it out. I usually like to start with my chin and then move slowly up towards my under eye. And I like to smile. And you see that natural contour right there? Yeah, I just kind of blend it up there. I don't take it too far, but it does help later on with keeping your contour and foundation really defined. Forehead and on my nose. And now I'm gonna go under the eye. You guys know I live and breathe by the Airspun setting powder, mainly because of the price point, but I wouldn't use it if it weren't that good. Just apply it everywhere I apply the concealer because the foundation sets itself, but concealer, I don't like it. If you set it, I trust it for 24 hours, right? But I don't trust it alone because it is very creamy. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the foundation and concealer. I just really wanted to show you guys how the foundation looks on camera, and as you can see, my skin looks 1000% better than when we started. I was looking really pale.
And really quick, I just wanted to show you a quick flash photography test.
It literally feels like there's nothing on there. Like the other day, no, the first day that I tried it, I remember I did exactly what I did today. I put my foundation on and I had to go do something. I think Alina was asking for me or something. And I went into the room, my husband was there, and I laid down, forgot I had anything on because I didn't feel it, and I plastered my face on the pillow. And I was like, oh shit, I have foundation on. I have white pillows, you guys. It did not transfer whatsoever. I looked in the mirror, everything was good, everything was flawless, everything was seamless, nothing transferred. So that was my first real impression of it. I was shook. I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and we'll be doing check-ins probably. What time is this like? We're gonna do check-ins, do it at 4, then we'll do it at probably like 8, and then we'll do it at 12. I'm gonna try to stay up for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, so yeah, okay, you guys, I went ahead and finished everything else off camera. I am wearing the ColourPop Element of Surprise palette on my eyes. As you can see, it's a little plummy, pinky, goldy action. On my lips, I'm just wearing my Victoria's Secret gloss because it's just a regular day for me. And of course, for my eyes, I'm wearing my Mexi lashes in style 310. I didn't want to go too crazy today, but just so you know, Andrea will be releasing newer, more simple, more wearable styles for you natural gals. And I just straightened my hair because you know. This is the final look. This is how the foundation is looking with everything else on top. My bronzer blended like a dream. I'm wearing the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer on my cheeks, I believe. Cheeks, I'm just wearing my Sephora, the Enchanting Colors palette. So I'm using this on my cheeks for blush, and for a highlight, my Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that I use. Oh, for my eyebrows, I'm using my Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. So yeah, you guys, this is the finished look. I'm just gonna be chilling around the house, but I'm pretty sure Alina will want to go outside sometime today, so I am gonna try to sweat as much as I can so you guys can see how waterproof it is. But yeah, so as of right now, this is how it looks. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Like I said, I will check in around 4, around 7 or 8, and then at the very end of the day, which I'm gonna try 12 a.m. but if not, 11 p.m. will do, because then that will be like the full 12 hours. And in case you're wondering why my hair looks so late and it looks so I used the Babyliss For my hair, I use the Babyliss Nano Titanium Ultra Thin 1.5" flat iron. Y'all, it is so freaking good. I'll review it later on sometime, someday, but there's a bunch of reviews on the Babyliss Nano Pro, whatever it's called. It's a long ass name. So yeah, we will see how the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour full coverage foundation will wear. Okay, we're gonna see, but I already know how it wears. It's just for your viewing. Okay, so I off by 1 hour, but we are here at 5. Hold on, can't even tell the time because my phone blocks it, but it's 5:15, 5:16. I've had this on officially since, again, I say this is what the foundation is looking like so far. If you ask me, so far so good. It pretty much looks exactly the same than when I put it on. The only thing that I'm noticing, but I mean, this is kind of this pimple's fault, it's like raised a little bit, so you can kind of see like the shadow it creates. I don't see anything crazy as far as like it's settling in like my lines or my pores. It's like a tiny bit like right here on my smile lines, but I mean it kind of always looks like that because you want to stretch it out, it's like gone, and then it just goes back to what my normal smile lines look like. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference. Look, that's just how my skin creases. Again, that's just that pimple. It's like, I don't know, it's looking weird, but you see how the shadow, it just creates like a weird like light shadow effect. I don't know. This is the rest of it. My forehead, it just looks like skin. It doesn't feel like I'm really wearing anything on my skin. It still feels lightweight, nothing crazy so far. So again, it's 5:15 and so far so good. Still looks exactly the same since we applied it. I'm gonna check in 3 more hours at 8, and then my final check-in will be 11 or 12. Okay, so here we are at our 8 p.m. check-in. After I did my last check-in, Alina got bored like I told you she would, so I took her outside and we decided to give Molly a bath. So I did sweat quite a bit, and on top of that, Molly was shaking all her stuff, so I did manage to get a little bit of water on me. I didn't feel a lot on my face, but I definitely do know that I was sweating for a fact. So let me show you guys. There we go. This is what my skin is looking like, and right off the bat I still feel like it looks pretty good. That pimple just is just bothering me, but I took a look at the footage from when I first put it on and it was looking like that from the beginning. It's bothering me, but it doesn't look bad. I think I'm just overthinking it, but yeah, this is 8 o'clock. I'm doing pretty good with my check-ins, you guys. I feel pretty good. I did try to like lay and like take a nap a little bit, so I feel like a little bit, tiny bit of like bronzer or blush came off a little bit, but not really. So yeah, this is what we're working with. I do see a little bit more of a dewiness going on my cheeks, because that's where I get the oiliest. So you can see it a little bit like right in here, but again, nothing crazy. It still feels nice and lightweight, nice and matte to the touch. I feel like if I were to blot some of this off, it would be great, you know, like right back to fully matte besides my highlight. But I'm not gonna do that until 12 p.m. at night, right before I take my makeup off and go to bed. So This is 8 p.m. Still looking flawless. Now from 11, that would make what, like 9 hours? So yeah, for 9 hours, this looks flawless. And let me just say, my hubby came in the house and he was choosing. So that means that I was still looking fresh to death. Okay? Okay guys, we're minutes away from, it's 10:59 exactly. So we hit that 12-hour mark since I officially put my makeup on. First glance, my makeup still looks pretty freaking good. Like I said, over here I just noticed some patchiness, but I think that's just like my bronzer rubbing off a little bit more than anything. So that doesn't really even have to do with the foundation, because as you can see, all of this still looks pretty even. This side looks pretty much exactly the same as when, ouch, as when I put it on. It did crease just the tiniest bit right in here. I don't know if you guys can see. I mean, that happens with almost every single foundation. I will say though, it doesn't actually happen with the hydrating one, which I'll show you really quick. This is like, I think the lightest shade I have in the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation, simply because I feel like this one is like 2 times more lightweight than this one, which blows my mind absolutely. But with this one, I noticed 0 to very little creasing, whereas this one I noticed the tiniest little bit more. But it's understandable because it is full coverage and it's way more of a thicker consistency. But for it being a matte, thick foundation, sis, it's looking really, really good. So yeah, I really do approve of this foundation. I think it is sickening. I think that it will kill it in a, well, I mean, it did kill it in today's very humid temperatures. As you guys know, right now in Georgia it is super hot, and actually today, which is the 14th of August, was supposed to be one of the hottest days, if not the hottest day this summer. So with that being said, this face, baby, is still beat to the gods. It's almost, well, it's already 11 o'clock. I was gonna wait till 12, but I'm sleepy. I'm ready to take my makeup off. I had a hair in my eye. I almost damn near took this whole thing off, but I was like, no, I need to push through. I need to get this down. And yeah, this is what we're looking like. And as you can see, as far as my oils peeking through, I do look a little bit shinier, but it's nothing crazy. Let me grab a tissue so I can blot it and I can show you guys what it actually looks like. Okay, so I have a tissue and I'm gonna blot this side right here so you guys can see how much oil actually comes off and if any foundation comes off. Okay, so there is a little bit of oil. There we go. Perfect. And as you can see, well, you see that automatically went a lot more matte. Oils do seep through, but look how little bit it is. And it looks really, like, really good again. So again, I'm gonna blot this side so you guys can see. I could have blotted throughout the day to keep it matte, but I really wanted as many oils and as much moisture to come through so you guys can see how this matte foundation really holds up. And yeah, I'm honestly really impressed for the 4th time. So as you can see, that's of course a little bit of foundation, maybe a little bit of concealer, since I did blot the parts that were mostly concealed, you would say. But yeah, everything else, besides the exception of that fucking pimple, which we're not even gonna get into that, everything else looks A1. This foundation is absolutely amazing if you have oily skin, if you want something full coverage, if you want something lightweight, if you want something with hyaluronic acid in there. If in case you didn't know what hyaluronic acid does, it is hydrating for your skin, so it's not going to dry out your skin. In case you were wondering whether this was too dry or not, it's really not. It is hydrating because of that. So definitely an A+++. If you are looking to try something of this nature, definitely give this a try. It's $36, but it's so worth it. That is it for this foundation review. I felt so invested, but I really needed to tell you guys how amazing it is. So that is it for me. Until next time.